Hi, Asobisat lovers. How are we all doing? I hope we are doing great. Guys, hey, I want you to pay great attention to what I'm about to explain to you, like to this story that I'm about to tell you. Because this particular one, guys, you have to advise this our daddy, thinking from your medulla oblongata. Yes, like this one shocked me. My people, this our daddy called me on the phone. And then when I picked up, first of all, he dropped a message on my DM. And then when I went through the message, I wasn't understanding what he was saying properly. So I was like, Daddy, please, can you drop me a voice note? And then he dropped a voice note. I was like, what? I said, please, sir, send me your number. I'm going to add you on WhatsApp right there. And he sent me his number. Then we get to talk on WhatsApp. And this man was explaining something that, yeah, shock. Pay great attention. This our daddy explains that there is this particular girl that his son was so much in love with. Do you understand? And then that being it that this particular son of his doesn't have anything tangible that he was doing. The guy only owned a shop in the streets where they are living, and this shop is just all these provision petty provision shop. He said mostly what the guy was selling in that shop was pure water, biscuits, and mineral, all these kind of shops in the street. Do you understand? And this man explained that his son in question is a hardworking child. Do you understand? Like the boy does not he can literally do anything just to make it in life. He's not this kind of guys that shies away from some kind of business, forming big boy. He said the guy was down to earth. So he said this particular girl in question was helping them. That the girl, because the man explains that he lost his wife long time ago. So this girl was practically playing the role of a mother and a wife in their life. I mean, in the life of the man and his son. He said in the shop, sometimes when the man, because the guy also goes to work for people. Do you understand? He goes to do one or two jobs for people so they can also pay him, so he can be able to take care of himself and his father. So the man explains that sometimes when this guy is not around, this lady will be the one to be in the shop, and when it's time for lunch, the girl will rush home and prepare something for him to eat and all that. So both him and the son, they were so much in love with this girl. Fast forward to what happened next. So he also explained that in his family, they don't have much land. That the only land he had was the one that his own father gave to him. So, and that land was what he was supposed to pass over to his son. But unfortunately, the things were very rough. Things were not going smoothly. What he was watching his son suffering. Do you understand? And he needed that boy to make it in life. So him and the son came to agreement that they should sell this land so that the boy will be sent outside the country. They sold this land, and this boy left for Obodoyibo, leaving that girl behind. This man also explained that the guy fought, like he tried everything possible while he was still in Nigeria hustling, for him to at least drop, even if it's just a one cup of palm wine on top of the girl's head. That is to show you how much he loves and cherishes that girl. But it didn't work out for him, because getting money that time was so difficult for the boy. And then the guy left for abroad, leaving the girl in that shop. After 1 year, this guy, like he got small something. He phoned his dad, and he was like, Dad, I think it's high time you guys go to pay bride price on my woman's head, because I want her to entirely leave her family house and come to stay with you until I'm able to bring her over to where I am living. And his father was like, yes, that is a great idea. And then he sent money. His father represented him. He took other kinsmen, and they went to marry this girl legally. So from then, this girl has to move into his husband's house, which practically means that she is now living with her father-in-law, which is this man that called me on the phone. The man begin to live with the daughter-in-law. My people, you will not believe it. This man explained that that what came over him is what he cannot explain. But the way the lady was taking care of him, that the lady was practically doing a job of a wife to him, a job of a mother, a job of a daughter. So now he compiled all this love that the lady was showing to him, and like to his own. He said he began to fall in love. Let me just use his words. He began to fall in love with this girl. Remember, he's falling in love with his daughter-in-law, his son's wife. This man shocked me when he said that he didn't know if the girl was feeling the same way, because the girl did not give him any hard time. You know, that kind of, daddy, no, now, daddy, remember you're my father-in-law, or stuff like that. That it was very easy for him to get down with the girl on the first day. The first day he made a move, he told me that he slept with this girl on the fourth date. My people, hey, this is not funny at all. This man explained that on 3 different occasions, this girl had abortions for him, his father-in-law. This girl had abortions for him, my people. So this thing continues. He said nobody in that neighborhood was suspecting them, because they were practically living as father-in-law and daughter-in-law. Every morning the girl goes to the shop that the husband said, and he said this because the son has to send money for the girl to top up the items in the shop. So the shop was now looking like a real supermarket. So every morning the girl goes to the shop. When it's time for lunch, the girl rushes home to come and give him food. And he said, like practically every afternoon, that this girl comes home to come and give him lunch, that they must get down together, that he must sleep with his son's wife. Hey, abomination. My people, this man explained that this thing continues. It continues. It's that, like, they began to, both of them forgot that you are my daughter-in-law, I am your father-in-law. They were not marrying each other. It's like, I married you for myself. Do you understand? They said this thing continued until last 2 years, when his son visited for the first time. He said when his son came, they all maintained that nothing has been going on and all that. But deep inside his heart, he said he was not happy, because his son did not give him the opportunity to be with the girl again. This man opened his mouth to tell me that at a point, he was even contemplating buying his son. You can imagine how extent. But he said because of the heart of a father, he was calming himself down, telling himself that is it not these few months that this boy is going to be here? He will soon travel. Do you understand? He said during that period that the guy came, he was jollying. You know, now somebody that left his wife for a long time, they were together, they were, you know, stuff like that. And then when this guy left, he continued from where he stopped. After 1 month that this guy left, this man in question impregnated this lady again, and they has to call this boy, telling him that his wife is pregnant. You know, like someone that just visited home, you will believe, you're not going to have any reason to doubt or to even think that the person that is speaking to you is your father. So why would your dad be lying to you? So, and this your woman, you just met her last month. So the possibility of her being pregnant is 100%. Without knowing that that child does not belong to him, that child actually belongs to his father. This thing continued. Do you understand? Do you know the reason why this man is bringing this story to us now? Now, they continue with their abomination that they are both doing in closed doors. Now, this guy has made it in his own way. He felt like, now, I am much better than the way I was when I was in the village. So now, I want to take my wife and my child over to where I am living. And his father said to him, he does not want that lady and the child to go over to meet his his son, because deep inside his heart he knows that that child does not belong to his son, and this thing is bringing misunderstanding between him and the lady in question. The lady in question now is now insisting that she must join her husband in Obodo Yibo, where her husband is living with that child, and the man is saying that over his dead body would that girl take that child to Obodo Yibo, knowing fully well that even herself and the child, none of them belongs to that boy, because they have done like abomination. Do you understand? Now this thing is bringing a very big misunderstanding between these two people, but they are still trying to hide it. They are still trying to hide it. Now the man says that the woman is now threatening him. Like the woman is now beginning to blackmail him, that if at any point he opens his mouth to tell his son not to bring him or her and the child over to Obodo Yibo, that she will open up and tell the whole world and even the so-called husband what he needs to know about her herself and the father-in-law, that he will open up and let the whole world know that this is what has been going on. Now this man said he sat down and he thought about this thing, and that the only option that came to him is for him to first to be the one to open up, for him to be the first person to open up. Do you understand? Because the way that the both of them are no longer agreeing, because he has already told his son that there won't be any need for the woman and the child to be joining him over there, and then that his son has continually asked him, Papa, why? What are your reasons? Why do you prefer my wife and my child to continue living in the village? If it's because of the person that will be helping you, don't worry, Papa. Look for somebody. Even if it means me paying that person to be taking care of you, I will be doing it. And then he said, he told his son, it's not about, I am not that old. It's not about somebody taking care of me. Even if I don't have anybody to take care of me, I can still take care of myself. But what I am saying, I know what I am saying. What I am saying is that this lady and this child cannot join you over there. So that this thing is bringing a lot of conflict, to the extent that the boy over there is very mad at his father for not opening up, like not telling him the real thing that is going on. The guy has sent his uncle to go and find out from the father, what is the problem? Why are you stopping this woman from joining his husband? But the man is not, like, he's not opening up because he don't know how to go about it. So now he needs our advice. He's asking us, would it be best that he told his son this story on the phone? Because to him, he said all this while he's delaying, thinking that the child will be home this December. This child did not come back this last December, and the child promised to be home this Easter, but the boy did not come back. And then that he was hoping that it would be best for him to sit this boy down while looking at his eye, while telling him this story, than telling him this kind of story over the phone. Do you understand? Because he said right now the girl is threatening him. The girl has promised to buy him. He has promised to, so many promises, that if anything stops her, or if anything should make that guy to said he will no longer marry her again, or for the guy to find out that this kind of a thing has been going on, that he will definitely make sure that he buys this man. This man said that this is the threat he has been receiving from this girl every now and then. So he has decided to speak out before buying. That the worst part of it will be if he buys with this abomination. If he buys without confessing, if he buys without letting his son knows what is going on. But the problem now is that he said the way this lady is treating him, he said he can no longer eat anything that the lady cooks. Like, even if when he's eating, he prefers to eat outside because he's very scared of being in his house. He said the way things are going now, he don't know if he should stop waiting for his son, if he should just call the boy on the phone and explain these things to him, because he don't know what will become of him tomorrow. He don't know that this lady can go any length in buying him. Do you understand? My people, this man went as far as giving me his son's number. Because remember that this thing I recorded, but he doesn't want his voice to be heard. He said that that record that I did, I can only play it to his son in case Hey, my people, things are happening. He told me that this is his number, that any day I call this number and this number is not going, or stuff like that. I was scared. I said, but sir, I am not in good position to do all these things. Why don't you look for any of your relation? Where are the boy? Is it the only child? I tried to ask him some questions. He said I should not bother about those questions I'm asking, that I should record this conversation, keep it somewhere in case it's needed in the future. He said to him he want to wait for his son to come back, but the way things are going, that he don't know what is his fate, that this woman might be buying him any moment. And that is the reason he said, let him first of all tell me. And now he is asking for our opinion. Should he call this boy and explain this situation to the child while he's still there, or should he continue waiting? He said, the boy said by August he will try every possible best to come back, and when he come back August, that he wants to be taking his wife and children with him back to where he's living. My people, I don't know what your take is on this particular one. If I tell you that this one is not heavy, it's very heavy. Even me myself, I don't even know what to advise. It's very, very heavy. Please do not pass this one. Biko, don't pass this one. This man is an elderly man, and the way he was even breathing, telling me these stories, I was asking myself, what must have pushed this man into this kind of abominable act? What must have pushed this man? That's your wife. Even if your wife is late, why don't you go and marry a wife for yourself? Must still be your son's wife? What is going on? Imagine. And the girl in question is so shameless. How can you open your legs for your father-in-law? Men are there. Even if you conjure, the conjure became too much that you can no longer wait for your husband. Must he be your father-in-law? My people, please, what is your humble take on this particular one? What advice do you have for this man? Don't forget to advise him. Pico, and I'm pleading with you people on this one. Kindly advise this man, please. I will definitely see you in my next one. Umunem, Dalun.